Hey, it's TJ Fisher here with Drums for Success, and welcome to Frameworks, Concepts, and Chops. Really now, great player by the name of Mason Guidry playing some really great stuff. So we're going to take a little bit of concept and ideas from what he does, and then we're going to utilize them inside our playing. So let's jump. Vocabularies of things, right? So we got number 6, and we're starting with our 16th notes, right? So we got just let's look at this phrase: 1 E and right? 1 E and Actually, I believe that's on the snare. 1 E and 2 E and right? 1 E and 2 E and right? 1 E and 2 E and then the phrase starts over, so you have a double right there. So with this phrase, I would do it with just one hand, just to get comfortable with it, right? So 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 3 ba 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 ba, right? And then I will move it around the drums, right? So first, I would just try with my right hand, because 1, it would look cool, and 2, it'll probably be really fun to play, right? So it'll sound like this. Right, so you got that double in the middle of the phrase, which sometimes is kicking my butt. I'm trying to play it as clean as possible, but what I'm finding is like, man, like with it being in the middle of the phrase, I'm not used to it being in the middle of the phrase. So let's try it along with the music, see if that can help me play a little bit more solid. Left hand, man, I'm struggling with that left hand, right? So you want to practice these exercises with your right hand and your left hand. This is really great coordination. You see me falling on my face trying to do that left hand. I wasn't ready for it. I'm double-handed. I can get them together. Right hand is solid, but my left hand is probably what I want to work on, because my left hand is my weaker hand. And honestly, the more I work on my weaker hand, the stronger I become, right? So we're going to work that exercise off this video on the left hand, so we can be a lot more solid at this exercise. And let's jump to another exercise. Hey, really quick, this is TJ Fisher here with DFS Academy. If you've been enjoying this video so far, you could dive even deeper with the full course, complete with tons of play-alongs. And guess what? It's got an out of approval from Jonathan Scales and Mason Guidry. We're so grateful for their musical contribution and inspiration. So head to the Patreon and get the full course. I'm TJ Fisher here with DFS Academy, and I'll see you inside. Let's jump down to number 3. So if we look at number 3, we got the phrase, we got this phrase here. Right, so the cool thing about that phrase is you can play it a couple different ways. One, it gives you a great coordination between the hands and the feet. And then also you can play it with the hi-hat on all quarter notes, and maybe even an open hi-hat that might give the phrase groove a little bit more drive or something like that. So let's check it out really quick. It sounds like this. Right? And you want to really work on that phrase, that boom, boom, right? The most challenging thing is starting that phrase over again, that boom, boom. So what I would do, concept-wise, I would say, hey, where's the part that I mess up the most? For me, it's getting that phrase to start over again, that boom, boom, right? So I will work on maybe just that's part of the phrase, right? right? It's a challenging phrase a little bit, right? You also could do the same thing. Anything that you play as a groove, you can put this on a ride cymbal, and you can play the quarter notes on a ride cymbal. You can also play this as double stops, as we like to call them. Double stops means you're going to play both hands at the same time, and you can play this now as a fill inside something else, right? Right, so this could literally go from being a groove to being a phrase that you use for actual feel, which would be really cool. Let's try it along with the music. Right, a really cool phrase, really fun to do. It really just lends itself to you getting a lot of hands and foot coordination back and forth. All right, let's jump into the next phrase. Right, we're going to jump down a little bit because there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. We're going to jump to number 6, right? And I know we jumped pretty fast, but a lot of these are in the play-alongs, and the same concepts that we're using for these phrases are not going to change, right? Moving them to a different drum, trying replacing a drum with a bass drum, or trying replacing the drum that you normally hit with another drum, right? These concepts never go away, and this is why it's called concepts and chops. The things that we're giving to you, we're giving you ideas on how to turn these things into endless vocabularies of things, right? We got this 16th phrase, 1 E and a 2 E and right? 1 E and a 2 E and And then on the next phrase, we got 3 E and 4 E and 1, right? 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Right? Faster, it sounds slow. Playing it slow sounds a little bit weird, but playing it faster is going to sound really cool. Also, remember, we can start, once we get these on the snare first, we want to start utilizing and moving these around the toms and being comfortable with it. So let's check it out. Right, it gets really challenging, especially in a place where you have the right, that double 16th note into the phrase. So it's challenging to do that. Ba 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 right, you want to get used to playing that phrase that way and being strong at that. It's a challenge because those quick 16th notes really lends themselves to you playing a phrase that's really fun and cool, especially when you're starting to go from cymbal to cymbal. It's going to look really cool. It's going to be fun for you to do. And I would advise having a mirror in front of you. One thing was really great when we were in school, we would have mirrors in front of us, mirrors on the side of us, so that we could see ourselves. And if you don't have a mirror, maybe you could use a smartphone. putting a smartphone in front of you and looking at yourself and see how you're moving. Is there any weird movements in your hand and in your body that kind of are restricting you from being free around the drum set? You want to utilize these types of things to help you to be able to grow in a lot of different places, right?
Drums for success.